Whoa, my music's playing. Calm down. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Whoop. I just need to make sure this is a little propped up a little bit more. What's up? What's up? Don't even think people are on yet, but that's all right. Oh, man, hope everybody's doing good. I'm here in my truck, my zone, my routine. Well, my name is Kenney Bahr. I'm one of the new hosts for Friends Helping Friends Know Jesus. And I'm very, very excited about this because I've been asking my mom, Laura Bahr, my wife, Andrea Bahr, Glendy Loringer. I've been asking them all. I said, hey, how has Friends been helping friends know Jesus been going? And they told me so many amazing stories of ladies and guys that were in the group and whatnot. Like, hey, I was far from Jesus, and because of the videos and because of me engaging, I now know Jesus. Hello, Stacy. Good to see you. And so, yeah, so I'm really excited to be on this and doing this. Super excited they asked me. I'm in my truck right now because this is my sanctuary. This is where I love to be. But really, today we're going to be talking about routines and having a daily routine in your life where you could be spending time with Jesus. And for me, this is kind of hard because when I was growing up, before I kind of knew Jesus, I always watched my mom growing up do devotions, but she always did them at like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. And the only reason I know this is because I would wake up early for me, like super early for cross-country practice or those morning practices, and she would be getting done with her devotions. And I always struggle because for me, the longest time, I always thought like if I was going to follow Jesus, that meant I had to wake up in the morning. And I'll be honest, I'm not a morning person. I don't like waking up in the morning. The only way I do wake up in the morning is because my daughter, I have a 5-month-old daughter and I have a 3-year-old daughter. They wake me up. And then, you know, that dad instinct of like, I gotta go feed them. So that's the only reason I wake up in the morning. And that was always really hard for me because when I started following Jesus my freshman year of high school, I struggled having this daily routine of following Jesus. If I didn't wake up in the morning and I didn't read my Bible in the morning, then that means I failed. And then I kind of just stopped for the whole day. And it wasn't until somebody in my life was like, listen, just try reading 2 or 3 Bible verses in the morning, right? Or try reading them on your way to school, or try reading them after practice. And so for me, that's where I started following Jesus and having that routine was after cross-country practice, I would read my Bible, right? Before I drove home or before I got picked up or whatever, I would just start reading my Bible or praying. Then what got really rough was when I got to Bible college, I didn't know that you had to read from a paper Bible with 3 different highlighters and a pen and then, you know, have coffee in your hand while reading your Bible. I didn't know any of that stuff apparently. And so I struggled really hard with it because I'm like, dang, I hate coffee at the time and I don't highlight anything. And so, oh my gosh, I'm a horrible Jesus follower. Ah! And it didn't hit me until I started realizing, hey, I got lunchtime. And so when I was at Bible college, every lunchtime I would start reading the Bible again, right? And start following and start listening and start diving into my relationship because the Bible talks so much about how God and us, he views that relationship like a marriage. Like he says we're his, you know, his wife, his bride. And for a guy, that's weird to hear about, but it's whatever. So, but I love that imagery because for me, once I got married, I really started clicking onto that of this idea of I love spending time with my wife. And yeah, when we first got married, we went on dates every single day because we have 0 kids and we lived in LA and it was like, do you want to go get Korean food? No. Okay. Do you want to go get this food? Do you want to go do this? We want to go do this. When are you going to do this? Even when we moved to Spokane, it was like, let's go on a walk. Let's go on a hike. It was like a date every single night. Up until, you have, kid number 1. And then it's like, okay, we got to plan these out a little bit more. So it's like, okay, let's make sure we go on dates on Friday night and let's make sure we eat dinner together. That's one of my favorite things about my wife. She's always about eating dinner together. So that's when we spent time together. And then baby number 2 comes along and COVID comes along, and then my wife goes to school full time and I have a job full time. And then it kind of got a little bit like we have to have a very intentional time. And so for me, I can't wake up in the mornings. That's impossible because I have to get 2 kids ready in the morning. When I get home, I'm on kid duty. I'm on house duty while my wife's working on homework or studying. During the day, I am like meeting with people during lunchtime. So one thing I realized real hard, real fast was like, I drive to work for 30 minutes. 30 minutes I'm driving to work. And so I realized there's a really cool Bible app out there called YouVersion Bible app. And the cool thing about this Bible app was there's reading plans on it, but that you literally can just push play and it comes through my car stereo and I listen to it. And I can listen to books of the Bible. And so I'll do that. Sometimes I'll listen to podcasts. Sometimes I have friends in different cities who I'll listen to. A lot of times I'll worship because I can blast the music really, 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 really loud in my truck to where I can't hear my own voice, which is awesome. A lot of times I'll just sit quietly in my truck while driving and praying and listening to God. And so for me, that's been my routine. Because my wife was telling me about this. It's called compounding your routines or building on top of routines you already have or something like that. Well, I drive to work every day. I can't avoid that because I don't live right next to the church. And so for me, it's so easy to just do it while I'm driving to work. Like, oh, I'm driving to work, I'm going to read my Bible, right? And so I want to encourage you out there, if reading your Bible and starting that routine is really hard, do it at the same time or right after something you do every single day, right? I have friends, I remember, who told me in college they did it right after they took a shower because they took a shower every single day. I knew people who right after classes they do it. I knew people who actually I did this when I was in Bible college. Is every day at like 3 or 4 I would get done with classes, and before doing homework or doing anything else I would watch like a Netflix show just to kind of like, I got all my classes out and I just need to relax. And I watch it, and what I started doing was like, without knowing this, was, okay, I'm going to watch a Netflix show and then I'm going to spend time with God, right? No matter if it's a 20, an hour, minute, I don't really care. I'm going to spend time with God after that. And so I want to encourage you out there, because spending time with God and having a real relationship with God is so stinking important for me, because if I don't see my wife for 3 weeks, it affects me, right? Because I miss her. I want to hang out with her. She brings joy to my life. And it's very similar with God. Is like, man, if I don't hang out with God, I'm missing joy in my life. I'm missing that guidance. I'm missing that peace in my life. And so I want to encourage, man, if you're out there, man, you need to start this routine, because you're going to gain a peace and a joy in your life that you might not have unless you have that daily routine. So figure out daily routine, do it up. If you're watching this later, man, in the comments, in the, I don't know, post something about it, shoot, let's be real millennial about this. Post a picture when you do your devotions. I don't really care, but post a time, man. What do you do? What time do you do it? Are you a morning person? Do you wake up at 4 a.m. and you read your Bible? That's okay if you do. I salute you, right? Way to go. High five. If you're an afternoon person, if you're a right after I get out of the shower person, post about it. Tell us about it. Let's talk about, hey, how do you stay in routine? Have a wonderful day. Peace.